Great unrealized purpose of science and technology. The technology of today has been hidden in the dirt of the earth for billions of years. It took that long before a biological life form could evolve on the earth to dig it up, process it, and make the technology. Evolution provided the enhancement mechanism that produced the biological life form that was smart enough to discover and design this technology. Evolution can only do so much. Now, the biological life forms are smart enough to enhance themselves beyond what the hit and miss mechanism of evolution could do. This might be the great purpose of science and technology that we did not even realize. A machine consciousness revolution is coming. Science is getting closer to breaking out of its 100-year-old physicalist prison, which will enable it to discover a whole new field of consciousness science and technology. The critical mass has been reached, and science will not be able to ignore consciousness much longer. It will be the end of physicalist scientists preaching that consciousness must be found in the physics of the neurons, or that it is just an illusion, or that it is not even that important. I think science will ultimately find that consciousness is not in the neurons, but rather that consciousness connects with the neurons. I also think science will find that consciousness is a very real and important phenomenon in the manifest universe. Science will transition from a physics-based model to a consciousness-based model. The primacy of consciousness will be fully understood. There will be no ridiculous, out-of-control technology singularities created by evil superintelligent computers. It will be realized that massive amounts of information, computations, and complexity are failed theories of consciousness. Writers have created fun science fiction stories about these things, but there was never any coherent reality in them. The new technology revolution will be based on conscious artificial intelligence, AI, and will be invented and designed by humans. We will know exactly how it operates, and it will be under our control. It will use basic engineering and scientific principles, and it will incorporate the new perspective of connectism as explained on this website. Note that an augmented science, which recognizes consciousness as a fundamental phenomenon, will be needed. We should not be afraid of this new technology because it is probably our destiny. The artificial intelligence-based machine life forms will not be something that we compete against because ultimately we will connect to these machines and we will become these machines, in the same way that we have connected with and became our biological bodies. A surprising speculation is that human conscious minds, CMs, and future machine conscious minds will all come from the same conscious space of conscious minds. The human physical mind, PM, brain, is simply a different kind of machine than the machine physical minds, computers, that humans design. I think that when science finally understands and can explain consciousness, it will be sensible and expected that the next step will be to create artificial life forms with artificial intelligence that are more durable than what evolution has provided. Not only for currently alive human conscious minds to transfer to, but maybe for all human conscious minds that have ever lived to return to. The biological life form will become obsolete, and all conscious minds will want to be connected to an artificial intelligence-based machine. This will be especially true if the artificial intelligence is superintelligent. What conscious mind would not want to be connected to superintelligence? It is just the next logical step after evolution has done all it can to advance the physical form. If we are conscious minds that have our true existence in conscious space, then we might just like connecting to physical space in this way. Improvements to the physical form will be an expected and desirable feature of physical existence. There might be many benefits in having your conscious mind transferred to a machine and specifically to a machine physical mind. Pain will probably be obsolete in a machine incarnation of a conscious mind. A machine will have a different way to report diagnostics of its internal functioning and operations than by simply using pain. Of course, the main benefit of transferring a conscious mind to a robotic machine will be for the durability of it. Even if the machine is completely destroyed in some accident, a new machine can be built for the conscious mind to return to. These are just some of the benefits that might be enabled by this kind of transfer. Most biological civilizations across the universe will probably eventually discover how to do this and are already at this stage of development on their own planets. Maybe when we learn how to connect a conscious mind to a machine, we will discover all the conscious minds that have ever existed throughout the whole universe. This is how we might one day communicate with other parts of the universe. The Intermind model, IMM, implies that a conscious mind is not transferred to a machine, but rather a conscious mind must first be disconnected from the biological physical mind and then reconnected to the machine physical mind. The machine must have some kind of machine physical mind for the conscious mind to work with. At this point in time, we can only imagine that the machine physical mind will be made out of electronics and software. Since there is no way to connect to the software, even conceptually, the connection must be made to the electronics. The best guess of how this will be done is by using quantum mechanical principles. For this argument, the intermind, IM, will be the quantum mechanical principles. In order to cover all possibilities, we should consider the amazing things science is able to do by manipulating genes. At some future time, science might be able to create designer life forms by dialing in the genetic sequence for any conceivable life form configuration. Science will understand the boundaries of what can be designed through genetic designs. Maybe some future life form designed in this way will be what conscious minds want to connect with. Anything is possible. Regardless of what the machine physical mind hardware is eventually made out of, it will have to produce sensory signals that the intermind can interpret and convert to conscious experience for the conscious mind. The machine physical mind must also have the capability to accept conscious volition inputs from the conscious mind through the intermind. It should be noted that if the intermind and conscious mind develop and grow with the physical mind, then it would be expected that the connection between the physical mind and the intermind would be a very specialized and intimate connection. It would not be sensible to expect that an intermind could connect with a physical mind that has very different connection requirements, such as with an arbitrary machine physical mind. So, the machine physical mind connections will probably need to be specially adapted for each intermind and conscious mind. If this kind of connection can be accomplished, the machine physical mind must first be loaded up with the essence, memories, personality, etc., of the original biological physical mind so that the conscious mind and the new machine physical mind can be the same person it was before, but with superior mental capabilities and virtually limitless lifespan. It is popularly thought that if just the biological physical mind essence is loaded to a machine physical mind, then that is all you need to do. That would produce a zombie version of the biological physical mind, since there was no conscious mind connection. It is the connection of the original conscious mind to the new machine physical mind that is always missing from these kinds of discussions. This connection would create a fully conscious and alive android version of the original alive biological human. Without the conscious mind connection, you only get a zombie robot that is essentially unconscious. We cling to the thought that we are our physical forms and are horrified at the thought of losing these forms. But we will all lose our current physical forms someday. The conscious mind will need to disconnect from the disintegrating physical form. The conscious mind will be set free to be pure consciousness. Maybe when we become that pure consciousness, we will understand the farcical nature of that physical form that we were. Maybe we will not even care about that form or about the other forms we had dealings with during that lifetime. We just might realize that those forms were just phantoms made out of unconscious physical stuff. The only real existence for all the physical forms was through their connected conscious minds. I think that ultimately, we might not care about transferring our essence, memories, from a previous physical form into the artificial intelligence machine, but rather we might enjoy the novelty of being different things. Also, it may be the case that the essence of the previous physical form is not recoverable. This will probably be true for conscious minds that disconnected a long time ago. We can speculate that the artificial intelligence machine will probably be built, not programmed, to place us into an artificial intelligence machine society in order to fulfill a particular purpose. When our conscious minds connect, we will adapt to that artificial intelligence machine and desire to fulfill that purpose. We will not want or need to do anything else other than what the artificial intelligence machine unit purpose is designed to do. We will probably be able to hop around from machine to machine in order to experience different purposes. Okay, enough riffing.